Think we're going to have peace with Qatar? Is Qatar going to have to stop funding terrorism? Is that part of any deal? I haven't seen it. I mean, the Saudi Arabians couldn't even bring themselves to join the Abraham Accords. Couldn't even bring themselves to apologize for what they did on 9/11. The money from Qatar is still flowing into Harvard. It's still flowing into Columbia. It's still flowing into hundreds of our colleges and universities, along with the Communist Chinese Confucius Institutes and their money, causing riots, violent, riotous activity in our streets, the destruction of our educational system, the brainwashing of the next generation of Americans. Are they required to stop that? No. Well, they should be. They should be stopped. That's what we need to do. I mean, I am the first to say I am unbelievably thankful that we are doing everything we finally can, unlike the past regime, to fight anti-Semitism here in the United States. But we're on defense, because Qatar is funding it. They're not alone, but they're the biggest, by far, the smallest country with the most wealth. They are funding what's going on in our country. We are deporting people that they are directly and indirectly funding, calling for the overthrow of our country, and violently attacking individuals with whom they disagree, Jews and non-Jews, who support America and support Israel. I have a problem with that, a big problem with that. And so I agree completely with Douglas and so many others who are brave to speak out. And unfortunately today you have to be brave to speak out. You have to be brave because there are these thugs, a cabal of thugs, Soros, Koch, thugs, other thugs who are out there. They don't wear brown shirts. Some of them dress very nicely. Some of them speak very well. Some of them wear T-shirts. But they sound the same. To me, they sound the same. And just remember this. Our country was founded on Judeo-Christian principles. Without Judaism, there'd be no Christianity. And without Christianity, there'd be no Judaism. We're tied at the hip. That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. It's a wonderful thing. It's something to be celebrated. One of my best friends, one of our family's best friends, is John Hagee, a pastor with a mega church in San Antonio, Texas, the most decent, kind human being you'll ever meet. I call him my pastor. We are best friends. Our families are best friends. And a few weeks ago, I went to Israel for a week at the invitation of Christians United for Israel, KUFI. And I've never seen a man, I've never seen a church, I've never seen thousands and thousands of evangelical Christians who are more committed to the Holy Land than virtually anybody I've ever met or seen in my life. You know, this John Hagee is a remarkable human being. We talked about a lot of things. We were on buses moving from place to place. And he is a truly compassionate human being. And he was struck when he first went to Israel, went to the Western Wall, struck by everything around him. By Judaism, its relationship to Christianity. And I remember on one of these bus rides the other week, there was discussions, very interesting, always very interesting. And so civil and polite and kind and that sort of thing amongst us, Christians and Jews. And I heard him say something, I think he was talking to somebody else, and it was so profound. I never told you guys this. So profound. You know what he said? About the coming of the Messiah. He said, look, either the Jews are right or the Christians are right. And you know when we'll find out? When the Messiah comes. I thought, my God, genius, brilliant. And he's right. And he's great. And there's many, many millions and millions of Christians who support the state of Israel, not because they want to drag us into a war, because it's the right thing to do. And there's a lot of people who make a lot of money and draw a lot of attention to themselves on podcasts, on other platforms, who just want to draw attention to themselves and say the most disgusting and outrageous things. And it's time that more and more of us speak out against them by name, and more of us speak out against what they're doing, because they don't represent us. They're not Republicans, they're not conservatives, they're not people of deep faith who truly understand the Bible and so forth and so on. There's something else.
For all this and much more, sign up for Levin TV.